let me talk about something which you all know about. And this is the campaign we have and what's out there. If the American public had a lever and they could vote out every single member of Congress, 54% of Americans would pull that lever. 54%. That tells you exactly where the public's coming from. And when we ask them, tell us if you think Obama's running a negative campaign, Romney's running a negative campaign, both of them are running a negative campaign, or neither. 75% of the American public think that at least one of them is running a negative campaign, and indeed 56% say Obama, 47% Romney, 34% say both of them. This is the campaign. This is what the American people are seeing, feeling, and reacting to. And Neil's got some dramatic stats in terms of the number of spots that are being run. Next slide, please. And when we ask them in an open-ended question in our NBC Wall Street Journal, by the way, I get $1.50 every time I mention it, so you understand my repetition. We said, what kind of campaign do you want? And you look at this, and the bigger the words, the more the people said it. Fix the economy, do what's best for America, focus on important issues, stop negative campaigning, work together, be honest, smaller government. The American public is crying out for somebody to talk to them, to somebody to communicate, to somebody to give them a vision, for somebody to give them a sense of where we can go out of all of this, and all we have is a lot of slime going back and forth. And that is Republicans, and that is Democrats, and it is exactly the opposite of what the American public wants.
If you live in Iowa, if you live in Virginia, if you live in Carolina, Florida, any of the target states right now, you know this and you've seen it. This is campaign spending like you have never, ever seen before. This is going to be a level that is unprecedented. Let me show you a few stats. First of all, the estimated broadcast advertising for the presidential campaign, $1.1 billion. That's on broadcast, and cable ad spending, $200 million. Now, this is not, if you live in Dallas, Texas, if you live in Sacramento, you're not going to see a single ad. If you live in Ohio, good luck to you. And I mean, just look at the amount of money that's been spent so far, $455 million. In Ohio, $89 million. In Virginia, $64 million. In Florida, $91 million. And in Cleveland, there have been 19,000 ads run in Cleveland so far. Peter worked it out for me. It's 167 ads a day in Cleveland. So this is, I mean, you're being pounded by this advertising, day and night. And and if you think you're getting more of it than you have before, the reason is you are. There was more spent in July of 2012 in Charlotte, North Carolina, than there was spent in October of 2008, by $1 million in Charlotte, Orlando, etc. This is unprecedented. And I'm just betting, I think it's going to get worse.